So this is for independent estate agents. Do you want to see how to actually triple the amount of valuations you book? So give me about the next 5 minutes, because I want to give you the overview of our social media content strategy that actually brings you 5 to 10 quality valuations every week with £5 ads. Okay. Now, many service providers for the estate agency industry have actually been coming to us to ask how they can get better results for their own estate agent clients using this specific low-cost video ad strategy for their own clients, basically. And so I decided on the back of this today, I'm going to just walk everyone through the anatomy of this £5 video ad, because I know a lot of people are saying they can do it, but it's different to actually saying it and actually being able to get results with low costs, okay? Because anyone can put up an ad. That's not difficult. But the whole point is our mentor, our personal mentor, actually took their business using this method to 7 figures. And that's why we went to find her. But there really is work to do with it, okay? And I'm not ashamed to tell you that it took me and Daniel since May to get our heads completely around this format. But I have to tell you, it's been worth it. And we've been at it night and day since we started it because we were so excited when we found her. Okay, there's lots of gurus out there, believe me. And a lot of them are talking poo. Okay, but how would you think? What would you say to know we're cold calling? And I feel like not having to listen to our clients telling us their sad stories about the current lead quality getting worse. And it's really cool. Get really excited that people actually reach out to us for advertising strategy now. And many are actually asking us how we can show them how we get everywhere in front of the right audience, the right audiences with our specific ads. It really is exciting. So this week, I'm probably going to take a few weeks actually, because what we want to do is to break down the entire strategy into little tiny pieces, since we really are aware that we're all human. And we actually know from me studying neurology and all that people actually only do take in about 10% of new information when they first hear it. And it's just a part of being human. It's not anything other than that. So if you've actually seen any of our other content that we've put out, you might recall that the core principles at play here are what actually make this strategy so good, okay? And these are the keys to your success of using this strategy. Now, what we find is that many people are just not patient enough, okay? They're not ready to wait. They're not willing to wait long enough for this to work. This isn't any strategy that we work with people, okay? And we understand how that feels, okay? We feel the same. We always wanted to get the results straight away. But I needed to show you that there is no silver bullet, yeah? They're just, those silver bullets are there to sell you something, to put money in other people's pockets, okay? There aren't any shortcuts. The long game is the shortcut and the shortcut is the long game. That's a saying that I've heard so many times, and it's so true, okay? You've got to be prepared to stick at these things. And I know if you did this for a whole year, your business would look incredibly different at the end of that year. It will grow as you go, okay? Anyway, these are the simple core principles that you need to this simple strategy. The first one is content. The second one is consistency. And the third one is conversations, because if you're talking to your homeowners, guess what? You'll find out what they want, and then you know what to do more of in your content. And if you're consistent, then people are going to come to you because they can see that you know your stuff. Okay, so this is what we decided. Over the next lives, you're going to actually get the exact instructions that will produce your magnetic content. And when you do publish with consistency, you will inevitably end up with qualified conversations. Yeah. So all sounds easy, yeah? Okay. But not so fast there. Because if you do not nail the foundations, which is the structure, the messaging, and the exact video anatomy, then publishing consistently would just be a waste of your time. And if you're putting money on it for ads, it'd be a waste of your time and your money. Okay. You certainly aren't going to produce any qualified conversations, which means you might as well not even begin with this. You might as well go and pay somebody else to bring you crappy leads. Just bring your leads. So let's start with the structure, which we were going to cover in much more detail. So we work through this over the next few weeks with you. Now, we're going to keep these on our YouTube channel, so you can go and revisit them as you work through this yourself, okay? So what goes into the actual video script? This is the anatomy of the £5 ads. There are actually £2 ads and £1 ads as well, but we need to start with top of funnel to cold audience, which are the £5 ads. The anatomy of the first type of ad is actually made of 5 parts, okay? The first is the headline. Part 2 is the promise of value. And part 3 is the call to action, the CTA. This is what we call that, okay? Part 4 is your bio, which is also known as the humble brag. And part 5 is the actual content where you're actually showing your ability, your knowledge, and being an authority, okay? So you can only actually do this strategy if you actually know what you're talking about. So we want to actually look at the flow of all these parts as a funnel, okay? It is a funnel. It's like a funnel in itself, okay? Because we're funneling people through. Now, I'm going to talk about the first line because first line's only job is for people to say, this is for me. I need to read that second line. That's what the headline is about, okay? So you need to get that right, okay? And now you know this. Every time you look at any headline, you'll see it as a filter as this. Okay, and it's going to actually drive you nuts. But it'll also be super educational because you'll see what works, okay? Now, the second line's only job is to get people to watch our video, okay? And to keep watching. And the video's only job is to get people to take action. But think about this. If we cannot get people past that first line, what is the point? I mean, just pause for one moment and revisit that one a minute. Because if we cannot get people past the first line, what is the point? Okay, I think that's enough for now. So tomorrow, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you how you can do this headline. And this is where all the fun begins. Okay, I'm going to see you tomorrow. So tune in tomorrow and you're going to learn how to get people past that first line so they can read the next bits. Cheerio.